The Houston Rockets are back. They have won 5 straight, and in their last 19 games have one of the best records in the NBA at 13-6. Yes, they started off a little bit slow with that 4-game losing streak, but hey, sitting at 13-10, not bad at all for this rebuilding team, or team that's supposed to be rebuilding. They have the worst shooting backcourt in the NBA. However, Alperen Sengun has established himself as the superstar here in Houston. He is their franchise guy. He's the guy that it's all going to run through in the very near future. And then they also have Ime Udoka as their coach, and he is elite at developing young wings. Tari Eason, Jabari Smith Jr., Dillon Brooks, all three are having probably the best year of their career. So we're going to look at that and more in today's video. It starts off, though, with the Houston Rockets and their defense has been elite. Number 2 in defensive rating in the entire NBA. Number 1 in opponents' points per game. 27th in pace. 7th in net. Their offensive rating is not great, but the defense, that's how you win championships. And credit to Ime Udoka for coming in and transforming a team that was like 30th in defensive rating last year into a top-tier defense. And then Sengun. We got to talk about him because he is one of the leaders of this team. One of the reasons that they are in contention for the playoffs. He's averaging about 20 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. A baby Jokic. I mean, I feel like there's 3 levels to Jokic in the NBA right now. Jokic obviously being the top dog. Then the next level is like Domantas Sabonis. And then Alperen Sengun is the 3rd level. He's kind of the younger version of Jokic. As a matter of fact, we looked at it earlier this year, and his numbers in his sophomore year and 3rd year in the league were better than Jokic's, so maybe we'll look at that again down the line, but something to watch for there. And then they also have some elite wings to go around Sengun, who he is very good at passing to. As we mentioned, Ime Udoka mentored and grew and developed Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum while they were in Boston. He's kind of doing the same thing here. Dillon Brooks having a career year in Houston. That's a big boy move. Get out of the way. 13.8 points per game, 3.7 rebounds, 1.6 assists, 1 steal. Now, he's not exactly, doing anything crazy, but he's having a good year. And look at this. Post fade. In your mouth, Zaire Williams. He's still an elite perimeter defender. He's shooting at 47% from the field, 39% from 3, and quite fittingly leads the team in fouls. So overall, Dillon Brooks, really, really good year. For the epitome of a 3-and-D player in today's NBA. And then you have Jabari Smith Jr. 12.5 points per game, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, and honestly, he's averaging less points per game. No, it's only about 0.3, but he's averaging less points per game than last year. 9 rebounds, 2 assists. Looking at his numbers last year, you might be thinking, this guy's kind of a bust to be the number 3 overall pick. 12.8 points, 7.2 rebounds, 31 minutes, 41% from the field, 30% from 3. However, this year, the efficiency is infinitely better. 48% from the field, 37% from 3. Also averaging a block per game. I think Jabari Smith Jr. is going to be a guy for this Houston Rockets team that just continues to get better and better. A guy that'll be able to score from all 3 levels, shooting over guys with ease with that 6'10" frame. I'm all in on Jabari Smith Jr. And then you also got Tari Eason here, another elite defender. You look at the number 1 defense in the league, and it's because of guys like Dillon Brooks, Tari Eason, Jabari Smith Jr., guys that are really good defenders, long, athletic. You see Tari's numbers there. He also shoots at 44% from 3. Fred VanVleet himself is not a bad defender either. But Tari Eason is having a really good year. Even though the points per game haven't really gone up, he's having a really good year for the Rockets. And then you also got Jeff Green there as kind of the old man in that group of wings that they have. To help those guys, to kind of be a mentor to them. So make sure to like button and leave me a comment down below if you are enjoying today's video at any point, as well as hitting that subscribe button. As you can see here, a large majority of the people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. So if that is you, make sure you switch that, change that right now. Make sure you're subscribed. And with that being said, let's go ahead and continue on looking at the Gunners here for this Rockets team, because they got a couple of guys that love to shoot the basketball. Fred VanVleet being one, Jalen Green, as you can see here, being the other. He actually passed at that time. But Fred VanVleet on the year is averaging 16.4 points per game, 8.5 assists. So yes, he is being a point guard some still, coming in and facilitating. 4.3 rebounds on 38% shooting from the field. Not too spectacular there for VanVleet, but his running mate in the backcourt isn't exactly lighting the world on fire either, and it's starting to look worse and worse for the number 2 overall pick in what year was that, 2021? He is getting bad. 17.8 points per game, which is not terrible, but it is, I think, the fewest in his career. 4.5 rebounds, 3 assists, and he's still shooting at 41% from the field and 32% from 3. Not good. He was efficient for like a couple of weeks, but he cannot close games at all just because he takes stupid shots. I mean, hey, that one went in, but generally he's taking crazy shots and it's just not working. Now they do have some help coming soon to that backcourt, and it is the G Leaguer Amin Thompson. He's only been in the G League because he was injured, but he put up absolutely monster numbers. 22 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists on 48% shooting in his first G League game against the Oklahoma City Blue. And he does stuff on a court that you really don't see very often. Elite finisher around the rim, as you can see right there. Great passer, great defender, a lot like his twin brother, and the shooting stroke is coming along a little bit. So I'm excited to see Amin back in that roster, back in that rotation, because he should make their defense even better. Right now, they're the number 9 seed. There are 10 teams in the Western Conference that are at least 2 games above 500, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. And then you got like Utah, Memphis, Portland, and the Spurs down there, not even really making an attempt. So the Warriors, if they get it back together, there's 11 teams fighting for 8 spots. It should be a very exciting finish to the year, but you know, if the Rockets can start to run down some of these teams, look out, because this could be a dangerous team come playoffs time. People could have a hard time matching up with their length and their athleticism, other than like Fred VanVleet. But by then, Amin Thompson should be here. Looking at their upcoming schedule, you got the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight. Actually, this video will probably be up either at 7 or 8 tonight, so we'll see. Obviously, you'll probably leave a comment saying, oh, they lost to the Cavs. They haven't won 5 games in a row anymore. But anyways, they got a somewhat difficult schedule coming up. I would like to see how it works out. But overall, I think Ime Udoka has done an excellent job with this squad. I mean, he's got them as the number 1 ranked defense in the NBA, number 2 in opponents' points per game. I really did not see that coming. But when you go out, you get guys like Dillon Brooks. You have Tari Eason. You have Jabari Smith Jr., good defenders. You bring in Fred VanVleet. He's a good defender. Jeff Green, not the greatest defender in the world anymore. He's getting up there in age, but he's a good veteran. And then you got Şengün coming on like that. I think he's the 2nd highest rated defender on the team per Basketball Reference. So overall, very, very surprising for the Houston Rockets. Obviously, they're not ready to compete for a championship yet, but I think this is a step in the right direction. So that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like button and hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy today's video at any point. And all that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video.